Oh, yeah. Okay. Clink.
Given that I'm also the MC, I will introduce our next speaker too. Just to say a few words, the parents of the bride, Ken and Irene Phillips.
Everybody hear that all right? I can't tell. I want to welcome everyone for coming, certainly, and for celebrating with us. Numerous thanks have to go out here before I get going. I think Ron and Brenda for all the yard work, of course, and the lovely shed that nobody can see that Brenda painted on for quite a while. Now I'm lost. Oh, and just all the gorgeous flower boxes that they brought in from their cabin and from their backyard in Brandon. And, I'll certainly have to thank our neighbors up the road here, Steve and Bernice, for getting all the hay off the parking lot, so it wasn't you could get around in it. Thank you very much. My sister Nancy and her husband Jim, they were down helping me get that deck together on the front of the old trailer there. And Gary and Steve for the 2:30 in the morning erection of this tent that showed on Wednesday night.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. Gary's wife Mary for all the lilies gracing your tables tonight. And, Mary collected all those up for us. Thank you very much. Ron Crookshank, Ron Kennard, Gary, this lovely dance floor we're going to start using here in a little while. Looks very good, thank you. Sherry, Bailey, the bridal party, thank you for all your work, all the setting up you've done for us. Everybody that set up here this morning, Jason's extended family, you're in here, you're putting out chairs over there, tablecloths, you name it, after the bug spraying got done, and it seems to have worked. Thank you for all of that. Anyways, to move on, double checking Alex's age here. 24 very short years ago, on July 15th, Irene and I were blessed with Alex's arrival, joining her brother Aaron and sister Kristen in our family. We've watched her grow and mature through the years, marveling at how lucky we have been. She, as has been stated, she definitely was a bookworm, excelling in French immersion, schooling, right through high school, earning the Governor General's Award for grade 12. Going on to BU, she received scholarship money to no end. Definitely easy on Dad and Mom's pocketbook. She did essentially pay her own way and then some. Finally graduating with degrees in geology and environmental sciences, if that's not right.
And apparently in craft dinner making too.
We're extremely proud of her, as we are of her brother and sister. We really don't know where to start with that. We're just so proud. Of course, while at BU and working at Walmart, and I hear a timely birthday party, a dashing, clean-cut young man caught her eye. Jason. Not Tom, Dick, or Harry, just Jason. As a result, we are all here today to celebrate with them as they begin a whole new life adventure. May it be long, wondrous, always learning, experience and sharing all it has to offer. Jason, Irene and I want to welcome you to our family. Ron, Brenda, Nicole, I guess you just come along for the ride. Alex and Jason, we will always, always be there to support you in anything you need. Toast to Alex and Jason, to wish you the very best in a new life together.
And Jason, as I told you earlier, he married the whole family. Jason is Aaron's new taller brother. However, Jason is not for long the tallest member of the family. He has a new uncle that will give him the competition. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And Ron and Brenda, thank you for raising such a beautiful son.
Thanks for that, Ken and Irene. And now I would like to call the parents of the groom, Ron and Brenda Cruikshank, to say a few words.
I'd like to start by thanking the Phillips family for such a gorgeous place to have a wedding. What a wonderful spot. Jason, firewall? Come on. I took your mother to Little Red Pony first. Hi, everybody. Just a little bit about ourselves. We'd like to welcome Alex to our family and tell you what a fine fit that she is for our little group. Something you might not know about us is that we like to collect rocks. Brenda and I will drive around the country, Brenda and I. Yeah. We'll drive around the country. We're looking for big rocks and small rocks and red and black and anything that we can find. And they're all over our driveways and our sidewalk, and we've got rock gardens all over the place. And if anybody's been to our house, well, you really have no idea what we have for rocks, because you should be out of the lake. You should see what we have out there. So, if you don't realize what kind of an obsession you have, there's really, literally...
a word called addiction.
Okay, my name is Ron, and I'm addicted to collecting rocks. Maybe you should take this.
Ron started out at the cabin. He said, I think I'm going to make this little rock wall. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we went to look at this little rock wall, and it was like very pretty. And I thought, oh, this is going to be really nice for a few flowers. Well, 3 years later, we're not quite done the rock wall.
2 years and a little bit.
Yeah, three years we won't be done. And we've got this massive masonry wall in our backyard. So anyway, you really need to drop in at our cabin at Ditch Lake and have a look at it, because it really is a work of art. Now, this leads us to why Alex is such a wonderful fit. When we suspected our private, quiet, honest little son was going out with somebody, I started into my usual 20 questions. And what I got out of that 20 questions was that Alex worked with him at Walmart. She was taking a science degree, which Jason wasn't really good at sciences. And she was in geology and environmental. He said, you know, Mom, she really likes rocks. So right then, that was it. She was perfect. And she is perfect. We are so very, very happy to have Alex become Jason's wife and join our family. As far as we're concerned, Jason could not have chosen a better life partner. And Alex, now that we're a family, you're stuck with us and all of the rocks. So here's a toast to Alex joining the Cruikshank family.
Oh, I'm gonna get
Thank you for that, Ron and Brenda. I gotta say a couple words about Ron too. That guy steals cutlery. It's bad news. We were at a steakhouse for Jason's bachelor party, and we had to keep an eye on Ron. He was eyeing up that silverware the entire time. Watch that guy. Thanks for that. And I guess finally we'll invite up the main event here, the bride and groom, Jason and Alex, to say a few words.
So to start off with, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out and joining us today. Luckily it turned out to be a beautiful day. I'm very happy for that. And we'd just like to especially thank everyone who traveled vast distances to get here. I know there's some people from Saskatchewan and Alberta that made the trip out, so thank you very much.
First, I'd like to thank my groomsmen for everything they've done over the past few days. Devin, Sean, Aaron, thank you very much. I'd also like to thank my best man and our MC for this evening, Kyle Lohi. One of the most selfless and thoughtful people I've ever met. So thank you very much, guys.
And I would like to, of course, thank all of my bridesmaids, Jessica, Kristen, and Nicole, for all of your help in preparing for the wedding, particularly Nicole, because she put in lots of hard work to make up those beautiful programs that we had earlier today, so thank you. And then, of course, I can't leave out my matron of honor. I have been often calling her maid of honor, but she is, in fact, as she pointed out, matron of honor, Amy. So you've been very helpful in helping me out and gave a wonderful speech, despite the fact that I know you're not a big fan of public speaking, as I'm not either. But and I apologize for saying I wouldn't say you look like Alex. And I haven't said it, so until now.
Thank you very much to our ring bearer, Carson, and our flower girl, this afternoon, Maya, for their help at the ceremony today. Also thanks to our ushers today, Alex's cousin Riley and my cousins Aaron and Lyndon, for seating everyone along with thanks to Gavin for his help handing out the bubbles, water, and programs today.
And then we'd like to thank Cole Grambo for performing the ceremony for us earlier today, as well as Jason's grandmother, Mark, for giving us grace tonight. It was very, very lovely. Also, Don and Marilyn Zander for their help with running the bar, and our caterer tonight, Barry and Elaine Gillingham, and all of their helpers. And everyone who helped with the late night tent setup, of course, as has been mentioned, but my dad, Steve Bailey, and my Uncle Gary for doing that.
Thank you also to Mary Phillips for arranging all of the flowers for the centerpieces, Sherry Bailey for making lunch for the girls, Ron Kennard for building our dance floor for this evening, Beth Kennard for her guidance in all things related to the organization of an outdoor wedding.
And then, of course, I need to thank my parents, Ken and Irene, for all of their help preparing the farm. I know they've put in a lot of time and energy to get everything here ready. And then also Jason's parents, Ron and Brenda, for organizing so many of the other bookings and arrangements that had to be done for this day to take place.
And we really can't thank our parents enough, because with us living in Saskatoon, there's just no way that it would have been really able to be brought together without their help. So thank you very much, guys. And finally, thank you to anyone who we might have missed. All of the help we received was greatly appreciated. A little over 8.5 months ago, I proposed to Alex, and since then it's been a mad dash getting everything together in time. And we couldn't have done it without the help we received. So thank you very, very much.